friend of mine called Win San, I said to him, Win San, would anyone in your village be interested in my old glasses? And then every time he saw me, he'd say, my uncle thanks you for giving him back his reading. Movie stars. Would there be many people in Myanmar who need glasses but cannot afford it? He said, Kinney, which is my nickname, there would be thousands. And this is what I'm now finding out. Initially, it did start very small, and I was actually doing other things in Myanmar. But now I've given up the thought of doing anything else. We shall just continue to go to these villages, of which there are many, many, many. Well, so after I gathered from Win San that yes, there were thousands of people in Myanmar who need glasses but cannot afford it, I came back and I belong to a couple of organisations, the Malaysian Culture Group and the Association of British Women Malaysia, and that latter group was kind enough to put a little basket in their office so that, and told the people what I was doing.
Right, good morning ladies, thank you very much for coming today, and we're delighted to be able to have Judith come and speak to us. Judith is one of our members and she comes to lots of our events. She's a great supporter of the ABWM, and we're always very excited to see her pictures on Facebook of all the travels and the different tribes that she comes in contact with. For all her work. She is an absolute inspiration.
And so I go there about once a month and pick up some glasses. And then I started making these little waste paper baskets, and they've proved to be very useful. I got one in an optometrist in Plaza Damas, I think, and another one in an optician's in Publica. And yes, so then I would make the rounds once a month to see who's got glasses. I'm very fortunate that I was invited by Rotary here in Kuala Lumpur, maybe 2 years ago now, to give a talk on the Used Glasses Project, which was the first name we had. We've now become a little uplifted and it's now Gifts of Sight. Anyway, they gave me, at the end of my talk, a certificate of appreciation from Rotary. When it's getting near to my time to go to Myanmar, I get out my big brown suitcase, which is huge, and make sure that in every glasses suitcase is only one pair of glasses. And I put them all into bags labelled with who gave them to me, because it's very important for me to be able to thank people. ABWM. Okay, so there's just 13 pairs in here.
13 here.
Right. I'm just checking that there is a pair of glasses inside.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a tough one. Got it. Yes, there's glasses inside that one. Check this one. Oh yes, nice ones in here. Oh yes, this is from St. Peter's Church. And they are actually collecting, or have collected, 100 more pairs. And when I come back to Myanmar in July, I will bring them.
Oh, very great.
Yes.
That's good idea.
Right. I arrive in Mandalay, which is where, which is our sort of meeting place, and we launch off from there, having made our plans. Winsan has this very nice taxi. In we get, and off we go on our road trip. And you know, it's fabulous looking out of the window at all the different things that are going on. Going through interesting towns and villages. Some different ethnicities are very, very exciting to photograph. This last time we were headed for Chin State. We rather hoped that we would get to, we did get to Gangor, which is just about on the border. We didn't get to the capital of Chin State because often happens that we start to run out of time. We want to see the poor, and there's no shortage of poor people in Myanmar. The very isolated villages, some don't even have a road in. We may do 2 or 3 villages in one day, and depends on the size of the village, how long we're there. So our little team, we arrive in a village and we head, of course, for the poorest. Or we also, another thing we head for is if we can see a loom under, because that's where they would be, underneath the house. And that's often an indication that, you know, somebody, especially if they were middle-aged or elderly, might in fact be rather pleased to have some glasses. Gifts of sight is obviously gifts, presents, sight, obviously to do with whether or not you can see. It's astonishing really that we don't have rocks or something thrown at us when we arrive, but the people, they are very trusting, but I'm quite sure that we tell them when we first go there that we're not here to sell anything, and we're here to give things if they're useful to you. So that's probably, you know, quite a good starter. There are still people that will hang back, and some of the boldest ones, if they come forward and we show them the glasses and show them how to put them on, and we ask them, do they want aniji, which are glasses for close-up reading, or some of the people that we actually give glasses to cannot read. They're of the older generation and who hadn't been to school, and so them and or other people that their nearsightedness is fine, but they have to have our wedgie, which is such a wonderful word, our wedgie glasses, and that's for seeing far away. We sit there and one person after another comes through, and you need the patience of Job, because, and this always seems to happen when you're really, really tired at the end of the day, but it's not the 3rd pair of glasses that they try on that suits them, it may be the 9th. Sometimes they have to have quite a bit of help in getting them on. And another fabulous thing, which when we actually give away the glasses, people say, do you collect sunglasses too? And the answer is absolutely. And where they're so helpful, quite often a younger member of the community will step forward to help us. Maybe somebody will help me polishing the glasses, and then I will pass them to Winsan, who will be helping the person to put them on one after the other. And if a person does come forward to help us, we present them with a pair of sunglasses. Some people actually walk away with nothing. They say, thank you very much, but your glasses don't help me. And I mean, I think that is incredible. That, I mean, why don't they just take the glasses and go and sell them? And they are, you know, they are ethical, honest people. And so, yes, so I can definitely say that the glasses I take, and we're well into the hundreds now, yes, they go to the poorest and they go to people who really need them. Something that gives us great pleasure is when we know that our glasses will help somebody in their work, which will mean that the whole family is better off, not just the person who receives the glasses. And on this last trip, for example, there was a weaver, and she was having terrible trouble with her eyes, and she realised that actually her weaving was not as good as it had been. Plus the fact that if it got much worse, she wouldn't be able to weave at all. And of course, what was her family going to do then? She actually did have a relative who was very helpful, but the fact remains that she wanted to do her weaving, and very beautiful it was too. Oh yes, there are some people, men, always men, that I'm particularly keen to help, and they are called toddy tappers. And the toddy palms are 35 to 50 feet high, and as you can imagine, you need pretty good eyesight if you're a toddy tapper, because one little slip and you're off the top of the top, and it happens. You know, I've heard of it from several villages how somebody fell from the top of the toddy palm. So only too happy to give them. People often ask me, why is it called the toddy palm? Okay, the toddy tapper climbs up and he makes a little slit in part of the palm right at the top, and then that drips liquid into a little pot that he puts underneath it. And he does his toddy rounds twice a day, morning and evening, and then the child in the family very often will go and collect those little pots and give them to the mother. The mother will boil up the liquid and till all the liquid is gone, and then it's something called jaggery, which is delicious. And at the end of any meal in Myanmar, it's lovely to have a mouthful of this sort of. It's crumbly rather than sticky.
ကျွန်တော်တို့ကထမ်းပြီးရတယ်ဆိုတာကတော့ဒါမီယိုဖလာလဲဟုတ်တယ်သူများရဲ့ဗာလဲလုပ်ငန်းစာရင်ကိုယ်ပိုင်လုပ်ငန်းကလွတ်လပ်တယ်အဲဒါကြောင့်ထမ်းတဲ့ချင်းကိုဒါကိုယ်ပိုင်လုပ်ငန်းတစ်ခုအရာလုပ်ကြတာပေါ့ဒီဟာဒီနေ့ကိုမတပိတ်တာဆိုရင်ခုနေမှာ1900 1800ဈေးကောင်းလာမယ်ဆိုရင်2000အထိကျောင်းရတယ်ကျွန်တော်တို့ထမ်းသမားတွေကတော့ဘာလဲဆိုတော့ပထမလုံးရမယ်လုပ်ငန်းကတော့နေတော့ပြတော့မှထင်းခေါ်ရမယ်တိုက်ပြီးတာနဲ့အိုးဝယ်ရမယ်တစ်ခေါက်အိုးတစ်လုံးကိုတော့ရောက်ပြီဆိုရင်300ကျအိုးရဘယ်လောက်ဝယ်ရမလဲဆိုတော့ထန်းသမားတစ်ယောက်ကအနည်းဆုံး300 400ထိဝယ်ရတယ်ဒီလုပ်ငန်းတွေဟာကျွန်တော်တို့အတက်နဲ့တော်တော်ရင်းရပါစစ်သားတွေလိုပဲစစ်သားတွေဟာတိုက်ပွဲဖြစ်မှတနတ်မှန်တည်တယ်လို့ပဲကျွန်တော်တို့မှလည်းမတော်တဆဆိုလဲဒါတည်တာပါပဲပွဲချင်းပြီးညာတော့အားရတော့ပေါ့နော်ကျုံးမဲ့တည်မဲ့နလန့်မဲ့ရှိဘဝတိုက်ပွဲကြီးတွေပါဒါပဲနဲ့အာနေကြုံခဲ့ပါဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲဆိုမိမိဘဝမိမိရဲ့အသက်တမူဝမ်းကြောင်းမှာကျွန်တော်တို့ခိုင်ငိမ်မြင်းမြင်းလောက်ပြီးကမှတက်ကြတာမို့လို့အနေတော့ကြုံခဲ့ပါလေတိုက်မိုးတိုက်မှာလဲဒါဖေဖေမော်ရောက်နေအောင်မိနေအောင်တော့မှကျွန်တော်တို့ကဒါတွေဟာမီယိုဖလာမိဘလက်ငုံတော့မဟုတ်ဘူးပေါ့ဗျာမိဘကတော့တောင်သူရာသာနဲ့လောက်လာတာဟိုကျွန်တော်လည်းဒါငငယ်မိဘနဲ့တွေ့လို့လားဒီဟာဝါနာပါလွန်းလို့တကယ်ချင်းနေစမှာကျွန်တော်ကလာတာဖြစ်တဲ့အချိန်မှာဒါတင်ယူလာတာပေါ့ဒါကတော့တကယ်လူမှညံ့ကြည့်စရာမလိုတယ်လို့ကိုနာကျင်နာကိုလှုပ်ရှင်လှုပ်ဘာဖြစ်လို့ဒီထန်းကိုတက်တယ်လဲဆိုလွတ်လပ်ခြင်းကိုယ်ပိုင်လုပ်ငန်းလွတ်လပ်ခြင်းမလို့ဒါထန်းကိုတက်စားကြတာပါ
Another very interesting experience last time, when I heard that we were going to see bamboo splitters, I thought, gosh, glad that they're like the glasses, but I can't really see that that's going to be very photogenic, because we do try to take photos when we're there, as I mentioned. And anyway, I was completely wrong, as I often am, and it was fascinating. Yes, they were working with pieces of bamboo about that length and about that diameter, and very thin, of course, slices, and they were weaving these just in and out, no patterns, but they actually become the walls of houses. So I think that will give you some idea of the flimsiness of Myanmar houses when you're out in the sticks.
ညီမ2ယောက်ရှိတယ်အလူလေးကညီလေး1ယောက်ဒီပြည့်ကို150ရောင်းရတယ်နည်းနည်းဝင်ငွေရတော့1000ပေါ့ကျမကြီးကမကောင်းဘူးစီးကြိုတွေးကြိုရှိတယ်ဆေးကူထားမျက်စိကလည်းခွဲထားတာမိမသားတွေကြံရှိတာလုံးငါရန်လေးရှိငါရန်လေးလိုက်ရတာပေါ့မလိုက်နိုင်တော့ဘူးမျက်စိကလည်းမှုံလက်ကလည်းကြီးကျမကြီးကမကောင်းတော့မလုံးနိုင်တော့ဘူး လောက်ကလည်းလုံးမစားနိုင်တော့ဘူးအသက်ကလည်းကြီးတော့မောနေတော့လားမျက်စိတွေကလည်းမှုံးလောက်ကိုင်းကိုမစားနိုင်တော့ဒါလေးအိမ်ထဲနဲ့မလို့သူများခုတ်ပေးလို့လုံနေရတာသူများတယောက်တော့ခုတ်ပေးတာလောက်စားနေရတာမောင်နဲ့ကိုလည်းမလုံနိုင်တော့အသက်ကလည်း68နှစ်ရှိပြီလောက်ကဘာမှကိုမလုံနိုင်တော့ဒါလေးဒါထိုင်ရင်မလို့လုံနေရတာဒီနေ့1000လောက်ဝင်ဝယ်လူရှိရဝယ်လူမရှိအိမ်နေမို့ဒီတည်းမောင်နဲ့ဝါနာမှာမဂယူတိုက်ဖြတ်တာဖြတ်နိုင်ဝါဖြတ်တော့ကြာမျိုးလုံးနဲ့အောက်နေတာလက်တရောတာအကိုင်တာဟိုတနေ့ကဆိုဖျားမလို့ကြီးကိုဖြစ်မိုးချုပ်ပြီးဆိုမလုံနိုင်တော့ကိုမလုံလဲမပြီးတော့ကြာလုံရတော့
a basket maker, and he was not a worker. He actually got his own little business, and what was especially good about giving him glasses was that his grandson, who I don't know whether it was a birth defect or I think it probably was. You want to be part of this, do you? Big ginger thing. He was so this child, who was by that stage a man and quite a large man at that, he couldn't go to school, couldn't learn anything. But the strange and wonderful thing was that he actually could learn weaving. What could be better? So our glasses, the ones that we've been given so generously by so many people, he has a pair, and he's going to be able to teach his grandson into the future as to how to do. And we had some very nice pictures of not only the grandfather doing the weaving, but also the grandson.
I don't know. The down here. Yepida yana down here. Say, don't down here, nothing. I don't know what kid in a cookie got a higher. I mean, yellow by Sayaman, yet she was thinking a sea dive. She died. Yes, there was a good and dagger. 7年的你去哪里？拿着来对面也糊涂了。俺这种说，也自己也懵了，没钱。俺们没钱不说，你俩比较钱嘛，你的大行是不是？你的别贵了，你俩贵人家炒到老牙抓的很啊，也是。然后呢，也是他吧，你的讲也是他。 当然了，都可以你们，当时也不要按照规律讲了。不，他们都早早中啊，把不了，慢慢的把这个比了，第二来搞呢，今年多了不，年第二来搞呢不。下路别人慢慢上过来搞走呢，不今年呢，你也这样来搞呢。
Yeah. One that's very strange this time, I was told it would be very interested to see a concrete maker. Well, you know, concrete maker when we could be looking at, you know, making beautiful umbrellas or something. But as often happens in life, when you think something isn't going to be particularly interesting, it turns out that it's very interesting. And one of the lovely things about that was that the husband and wife worked as a total team. They'd be standing there and various things would be going into this concrete mixture, and one would be adding this, one would be adding that, and all swirling around, etc. And these concrete, they were into a mould that they were pouring this concrete, and by the end of the day, I believe, it would be set enough that they could actually take it out of the mould, and then it would be left to dry for a week or two or what have you. And he was doing that all on, I was going to say contract, that's going a bit far, but on demand, it's probably more like it. And what were they used for? Well, they're used as water containers outside the house.
ကျွန်တော်နာမည်ကတော့ဦးမောင်တင်လို့ခေါ်ပါတယ်ကျွန်တော်ဇနီးကတော့မတန်းလို့ခေါ်ပါတယ်ကျွန်တော်အသက်မွေးကြောင်းကတော့ဒီမှာကြောက်ဝဲလုပ်တဲ့လုပ်ငန်းလုပ်ပါတယ်အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်အသက်ခုဆိုရင်54နှစ်ရှိပါပြီအသက်50တုန်းကကျွန်တော်မျက်စိမှုံပါတယ်အဲမျက်စိမှုံကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီဘွားတော်ကိုခေါ်လာပါတယ်အတူစီကနေမှကျွန်တော်ဒီမျက်မှန်ကိုတက်ပေးပါတယ်ဒီမျက်မှန်နဲ့ကြိုက်တဲ့ခါကျတော့ကျွန်တော်လောရတာမျက်မှန်ဆွဲလောရတာဆိုတော့ပို့ပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်မှအဆင်ပြေပါတယ်အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီကျွန်တော်မှဆိုရင်ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီမွေးချင်းက4ယောက်ထဲမှာဒါဒီကြောက်ဝင်နေပဲတမွေးအကြောင်းပြုပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့မှလောက်ကင်စားတော့နေရဖြစ်ပါတယ်မျက်မှန်ပေးတဲ့တော့အဖွားရေးကိုလည်းကျွန်တော်တို့ကအထူးကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်အဲဒီမျက်မှန်ဆွေရလို့ကျွန်တော်ကဒီမျက်မှန်နဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်လောရတာတော့အားတော့ကောင်းပါတယ်မျက်စိကြီးပါတယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲတို့ဆင်ပြေပါတယ်လောရခင်ရတာကိုကြီးရောဒီရိုက်တဲ့အကိုကြီးရောပေါ့လေနော်ဟိုဘွားတော့လည်းမျက်မှန်ပေးတဲ့ဒီမျက်မှန်ပေးတဲ့ဘွားတော့လို့လည်းကျေးဇူးအများကြီးတင်ပါတယ်လို့ဒီနေ့ပြောတာပေါ့
We know we're helping people, and that's fabulous. Do we want it to go to steps further? Yes. People are collecting for me now in UK. Then by word of mouth, it gets around. So the sky's the limit. Yes. Oh, and one of the ways also that I'm opening it up to the wider world, and there couldn't be a wider world than social media. I'm on all the time that I'm in Myanmar. I go onto Facebook every night, giving a complete story of what we've done that day and all the pickies that we've taken that day. But I do have to have the internet to be able to say thank you to people and spread the word. So that's one way. And another way is something that I've only just come across, and that's called Instagram. And I expect everybody that's watching or listening to this knows about Instagram. But I am of the last century, and I didn't know. But they're now recording the most fabulous pictures of people, you know, wearing the glasses, some with a smile on their face, some with a look of amazement. And then, of course, there's also, I think maybe the last one that was on it, I was just being silly. And so as I was leaving an optician's recently, I put this on my head. And of course, guess what? By that evening, it was on Instagram. Yes, so now that it will be out on social media, I do hope that the idea of putting your glasses in your suitcase when you go on holiday will take off, and we can make a difference. We can change their life just by giving them glasses. There's so much you can do in Myanmar to help the people. And the reactions, some people take it in their stride, you know, as if it's not surprising that we visited their village and want to give away a lot of things. Others, and this is what really turns me on, is where somebody who obviously hasn't seen around his village for a very long time, maybe he hasn't seen his neighbours or his neighbours' houses for a long time, and the look on their faces is a terrific reward for me, because you know that in the space of an afternoon you've changed somebody's life, and that's amazing.